though, is due to the weird way in which the Gladiators play. And you brought it up, and also Shawfall brought it up at the end of his post-match interview, actually. He said when they were asking him about how he feels going up against the Titans, he said, if the Titans play how we think the meta should be played, it'll be close. If not, we'll stomp them. Which means that in his head, they think they're playing the best type of meta that you can. Now, the heroes are all the same, so what do they actually mean by that? I've got a telestration to try and break down what they were actually doing in this match. So this was the general kind of thing with the Gladiators, is that when Hangzhou Spark were approaching, the tank line of Raw and Void... Hello, let me do that one again. That wasn't a good
I think it was okay.
There you go, that's much better. The tank line of Raw and Void were coming very aggressively forwards, and they were meeting them on the approach and throwing their shields past the enemy. So if you can see here, they charge forward, really aggressive. I mean, no other team really does this, where they get the speed boost and they use the Fortify from the Orisa, the Hulk from the Orisa, and they're using stuff like the Coalescence coming out from the Moira as well, all to try and take incredibly aggressive angles and put a lot of pressure on teams as they attack. Now, this is another... I'm going to show you a clip of another attack here on King's Row as well. This is a totally different attack. Godspeed gets into the hotel. Again, look how aggressive they are immediately. Supercharger and the Orisa shield are almost in the Hangzhou Spark's backline as they go forward here. And it sets Shawfall up for a Death Blossom where nobody else is looking at it. Here's another example, this time from Anubis. Look at this. Raw is like galloping towards them. It's kind of ridiculous, but this, I think, is kind of what they mean when they're talking about the way that they think the meta should be played right now, because it just sets up for these hyper-aggressive plays. This is a replay from Shawfall's point of view. You can see he's not contested. They can't possibly look at it because Raw and Void are just going really aggressive into them. Now here's a situation where it doesn't really work that well. So they're coming from the top, coming from the roof here. And their idea is the same kind of thing. They're going to play really aggressive. They're going to get a shield in place. They're going to get a halt in place, this kind of stuff. But instead, it's so late on in the series now, we've already played 3 maps, that Gushui and Godspeed know that it's coming. So Gushui utilizes his halt, and it keeps people stuck up top here. So look, these guys can't really do much about it. And also Godspeed is going to utilize his Death Blossom because he knows that people are coming in. And so as they go aggressive, the Hangzhou Spark are reading them and matching that aggression by just realizing that the tempo has increased in the game. And here's another example when we got to the end of Icon Vault, and there was only a minute left on the clock, and so Gladiators try another really aggressive approach. So they're going to attack aggressively here and push everybody forwards. Again, shields are going to go really deep into the Hangzhou Spark. And for the Spark, their counter to this was to teleport Godspeed really deep into the backline, and then also get their get their Doomfist in the backline as well, and make sure that everybody survives. So Fortify comes out on the Orisa, the Moira fades away, and instead in the backlines, where you were previously seeing just people being totally safe, now Godspeed and Bazzi are in there, causing absolute devastation, and Godspeed comes out with a 4K, and they just clean up. This kind of adaptation was happening all the time in this match. And it made it one of the most interesting matches to watch, because this could be the evolution of the meta, or it could be the fact that the Gladiators are just going to get read like a book if they try and pull that kind of stuff out on the